Morning all of you. Today we are starting chapter 8, sustainable development. Now we had discussed the concept of sustainable consumption in chapter number 2. We need to discuss sustainable development. Now economic development, which is an evolving concept, basically has resulted into deterioration of the environment also. UNDP, that is the United Nations Development Program, published its first human development research with a new concept of economic development. And this research or this report of UNDP asserted that economic development should not be measured simply by the national income increase, but instead it should also take into account the harm that is caused to the environment, as well as it should take into account other dimensions and quality of life that should improve, like health, education and income. So in recent years, the development economists and the policy makers have started talking about sustainable economic development as opposed to just simple economic development. This has led to reduction of resource endowment for present and future generations and thereby adversely affecting their growth potentially. So in this chapter we are going to see this concept of development, which is not just the old or traditional concept of development, but sustainable economic development. So what do we mean by sustainable development? Sustainable development means the development which is carried on in such a manner that the needs of the present generation are met without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their needs. That is, development is carried on in such a manner that it does not harms the environment, and along with it does not exhaust all the resources, that nothing is left for the future generations. So it is a process of development which can be sustained over a long period of time that allows the future generations to have the same quality of life which is being enjoyed by the current generation. So the key condition or necessary condition for achieving a sustainable development, what is that? Economic development is sustainable if and only if the stock of overall capital assets remain constant or rises over time. Now, there are important factors which determine the long run development opportunities are, first of all, natural capital. Now, what do we mean by natural capital? By natural capital, we mean it is that stock of natural resources and environment, such as stock of mineral resources, oil stock or stock of fisheries, all those things that we get from nature. Second is the physical capital, such as plants, machine, tools, equipments, factories and infrastructure, such as power and transportation. And thirdly, human capital, such as education, skills, knowledge and technical advancement. So these are the important factors which determine the long run development opportunities of a country. If these three factors are present, overall capital asset is the sum total of three assets: natural capital, physical capital and human capital. So it is obvious from the above that sustainable development goes beyond the issue of environment. However, in the strict sense, constant stock of natural resources and environmental quality are taken as necessary condition for achieving sustainable development. So, sustainable development requires the following conditions. First of all, it does not mean that national resources should not be used at all. Natural resources will be used, but it just requires that the natural resources, the renewable natural resources, are used in such a manner that it does not degrade or diminish their usefulness for future generation. That is, they should be used properly and not exploited. Secondly, sustainable development requires renewable natural resources should be extracted at a rate which does not exceed the rate of their generation. That is, the rate at which they are being extracted should be less than the rate of their generation. Thirdly, sustainable development also requires that non-renewable resources, which are resources, mineral resources, used in a manner which does not unnecessarily reduce their availability and accessibility for the future generations. So there should not be wasteful and ruthless exploitation of the non-renewable resources, particularly because they cannot be generated again. They are non-renewable in nature. If we are going to exploit them now, nothing will be left for the generations to come. And fourthly, sustainable development should discard those activities which lead to pollution of environment, and rather we should try to find out alternatives to such activities and carry on development process in a sustainable manner, that even resources are left for the generations to come. We are not harming the environment. So if there is minimum depletion of natural resources and environmental degradation, then only this can be achieved. Now next thing that we come up to is the need for sustainable development, that why sustainable development is required. The main reason that why sustainable economic development is required, for that the first factor is natural resources and environment as common heritage. Now natural resources and environment are a common heritage on which the overall quality of life depends. If we have enough natural resources and the quality of environment is also good, we will be able to lead a healthy life and have all those things that we want. The stock of these natural resources and quality of environment, like quality of air, water and land, is going to help us in leading a better life. And this is something that is a common heritage for all the people. So all generations should get equal opportunities of using these resources, and it should not be that one generation is getting, until the time the other generation comes all the resources have depleted and they do not get proper quality of life. For achieving our own vested interest like short-term economic goals, if we exploit the natural resources, nothing will be left for the generations to come. This will mean a reduction in the production capacity of the future generations also. So under these conditions, the rate of economic growth and quality of life in future is bound to be low if we exploit the resources in such a manner. So it is ethical compulsion basically for the present generation to guarantee the future generation opportunities similar to the ones it has also enjoyed. That is why sustainable development is required, as it is our moral obligation to preserve those resources for the generations to come also that we have used ourselves. Second factor which tells us about the need for sustainable development is indiscriminate use of natural resources. Now we know that many industrially developed countries of the world have a history of causing rapid depletion of stock of natural resources. Growth may be consuming its foundations by using resource indiscriminately and depleting the natural resources. Now this shows that the present generation have pursued economic growth without giving due regard to the long-term consequences. So if this will be carried on, nothing will be left for the future generation if we are continuing to use the natural resources indiscriminately. So we need sustainable development because we need to pass on and preserve these resources for the generations to come. Thirdly, use of natural resources as a cost of development. Now, this is a widely discussed topic, that the degradation of natural environment should be treated as a cost of development. When we count our national income, when we evaluate our growth rates, and if we want those growth rates to be more realistic, the cost of development should be taken into account, and it should be taken into account in the sense the harm that we have caused to the natural resources and to the environment while doing this development. So it is because of this reason that the benefits of past development have been exaggerated, and we want a true picture now. Actually, what harm has been caused to the environment and the natural resources should also be deducted from the growth rates to come to a true picture. Fourthly, quality of life depends upon the quality of environment. Sustainable development is required because we want a good quality of life for the present generation as well. So quality of life depends upon a lot of things like safe drinking water, clean air, better sanitation facilities and hygienic environment, and this requires sufficient availability of resources as well as clean environment. So sustainable development would ensure that there is sufficient availability of natural resources for every generation and there is no environmental degradation. So quality of life is dependent upon the access of citizens to a healthy environment, which is possible only if we are not going to degrade the environment. We will prevent the degradation of environment, and when the development process will be carried on, it will be carried on in such a manner that it does not causes harm to the natural resources. The quality of environment like safe and plentiful water, clean and unpolluted air itself part of the improvement in economic welfare brought through economic development. So if the benefits from rising incomes are offset by the cost imposed on health and quality of life by pollution, this cannot be called real development. So for real development to take place, we need to take care of this thing, that when the development process is carried on, it is carried on in a sustainable manner. We do not harm or cause harm to the natural environment, and we do not exploit the natural resources to such an extent that nothing is left for the generations to come. Now coming to the effects of economic development on resources and environment. Now we have seen that economic development has a lot of positive effects on human life and how remarkable progresses have taken place as modern techniques of production are being used and the standard of living is increasing. But economic development and industrialization, along with all these good things, comfortable and luxurious life, have brought about a lot of negative effects around us also. Negative effects on environment particularly, and how we are being harmed because of these, we are going to see that now. So economic development and environmental degradation. So first point in reference to this is depletion of natural resources. Now we know as mass production is taking place to fulfill the wants of people and produce new type of goods with different and new technology, this has led to depletion of natural resources, particularly when there is limited availability of natural resources such as mineral resources. The demand for agricultural land has also increased, and due to the need for increasing agricultural production and due to population growth, this has led to extensive cultivation. So that is increasing the area under cultivation. This has caused deforestation, converting forestry land into agricultural land. So the forest cover has also decreased and natural resources have also depleted. So we are not carrying on development in a sustainable manner. Now second adverse effect that economic development has had on environment is water pollution. Industrialization and urbanization has led to this problem of water pollution. See, water pollution occurs mainly when certain harmful substances are added to the water and make it unfit for drinking purposes or for using it for household chores. Polluted water not only is unfit to be used, but along with that, if used, causes lot of problems and diseases. Polluted water leads to waterborne diseases such as diarrhea, which affects the children and poor people. When river water gets contaminated due to industrial waste like heavy metals, toxic chemicals and other hazardous waste, which is discharged into rivers, there is no proper system of discharging this industrial waste. Rather, these people are discharging these industrial waste into rivers and polluting river waters. All the water that is flowing under the surface of the surface, which is going to the nearby towns and cities, has become polluted, and this contaminated water, when it is being used by people, is causing dangerous diseases. So that is another harmful effect of economic development. Third harmful effect on economic development is air pollution. Not only are the industries causing water pollution, but along with that, the industries are also causing air pollution as they are emitting harmful gases into air. Harmful gases are emitted in the air from industries, from thermal power plants, automobiles and domestic combustion. So air pollutants which exist in the form of harmful gases like carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxide and sulfur oxide, hydrocarbon and suspended particles of matter are all harmful, and they are also leading to serious problems, as well as it has brought about climatic changes also. Pollution has posed health problems arising from various diseases such as asthma and other respiratory related diseases and cancer. Now the fourth problem that economic development has caused and degraded the environment is by solid and hazardous waste. When the population is growing and urbanization is taking place, more and more houses are being constructed, commercial spaces are being built, even industries are growing, and all these are throwing all their waste in the atmosphere. The waste in the form of organic waste from human beings and animals, domestic waste like food scraps, vegetables, etc., industrial waste like metals, oil spills, etc., commercial waste like plastic, packing material, used paper, thermocol, etc., and agricultural waste, that is silt from irrigation practices, waste from farms and poultries, etc. So all this waste is leading to not only just decline in the fertility of soil, but along with decline in the fertility of soil, it is leading to harming the environment also. In many cases, they have led to spread of diseases, and these waste pollute groundwater resources as well. Now the next point is soil erosion. Soil erosion causes loss of topsoil layer due to heavy rain, and this topsoil mainly contains the minerals which are required for vegetation. When a lot of erosion takes place due to land erosion, the land may become unfit for supporting vegetation also, and soil erosion leads to fall in the productivity of soil due to deterioration in the quality of soil. Soil erosion also causes siltation of dams and tanks and resulting in decline in their irrigation potential. So in India, the extent of soil erosion has increased over the years due to lack of proper land management, which is another harmful effect on the environment. Sixth harmful effect on the environment, which we've already discussed in other points, is deforestation. Forests are of immense importance in protecting the environment. They are also referred to as lungs of the earth because with the help of trees, the process of photosynthesis takes place, which absorbs carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. Forests give us a lot of mineral resources. They help in cleaning the air. But in the process of development, we have forgotten the importance of forest. For urbanization and industrialization, where man is unnecessarily and without thinking felling trees, that has led to disturbance of the ecological balance. It has led to other problems like soil erosion, and it has led to problems like occurrence of floods and loss of crops, and it has also changed the hydrological cycle. Deforestation has even led to increase in greenhouse gases in the environment, thereby causes global warming. Seventhly, the harmful effect of economic development on environment is because of use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Nowadays, where agricultural development is taking place, in the course of agricultural development, to increase agricultural productivity, more and more amount of chemical fertilizers and pesticides are being used, and these chemical fertilizers and pesticides have serious health hazards and environmental problems. Chemical fertilizers and pesticides which are used in cultivation contain toxic chemicals which creep into our food chain, and when we are consuming that food, it is a kind of slow poison that is being caused. Not only that, it has caused serious ecological damage through toxic effects on fish stock, birds and wildlife. And it has even, the last point that we have is loss of biodiversity. Even the biological diversity has been affected because of economic development taking place in such a manner where we are not even concerned about our natural resources and not taking care of this. Biological diversity, what does it mean? First of all, biological diversity refers to the composite of species and ecosystem. Millions of species collectively perform different functions that help in maintaining delicate ecological balance on Earth. Ecosystem and species are a product of over millions of years and evolution and are the basis of survival of human beings. Biological diversity provides various products such as food, fiber, medicine, raw material for industrial production. However, human activities have eroded the world's diversity of plants and animals, and some species have disappeared and many have greatly reduced in number. Now the last problem basically that we have, which has been a harmful effect on the environment because of economic development, is a serious and big problem in itself, that is global warming. Now what is global warming? Global warming refers to increase in average temperature of the earth resulting from the emission of greenhouse gases, especially carbon dioxide, which traps the heat of the sun. So this average temperature of the earth that is increasing and greenhouse gases are being emitted, where are they coming from? They are coming from the process of industrialization and urbanization, and where we are also doing deforestation. So all these activities have led to greenhouse gases, and the retention of the heat causes the greenhouse effect, that is different kind of harmful gases which are emitted by the industries or even the vehicles are polluting the air. These purely man-made greenhouse gases are contributing in retaining the heat within the atmosphere, and when the heat is retained in the atmosphere, this leads to increase in average atmospheric temperature resulting in global warming. So greenhouse gases have collectively led to increase in greenhouse effect, that is increase in temperature of the atmosphere, which has contributed to global warming over the past century. Now we are going to see the harmful effects of global warming in the next chapter. That's all for today. In the next video. And the homework that you have to do based on what we have done today is short answer question number 1. What do you understand by sustainable development? As well as you have to do long answer question number 1. What is sustainable development, and explain the need for sustainable development. Thank you.